a new world of gods and monsters.
He's alive!
Here's Johnny.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, I'm telling you, brother, it's a frightful sight to see what goes on Halloween night.
Hey, John.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
You know, not the brightest day today. I want to bring something up before we get started. Our very own Garth McMurray passed away a couple days ago. I just want to say, I made a post already, but I want to say right now that condolences to his family. The man was a very big, heartfelt, nice, genuine guy on and off camera with us. He's been here from the beginning with us. He supported us all the way through comments. He jumped on a birthday stream that Nazaro set up for me, and it meant the world to me for him to be there. And, you know, he may be gone, but he will never be forgotten. So for his family, big condolences for all of them. And they have mentioned on his Facebook that you can post memories and stuff that you know of him. So if you'd like to do that, go to his page. And yeah, it's not a bright day today.
Yeah, we support you guys doing whatever you can to support his memory, and he definitely will be missed. Probably one of the, if not the most positive people in the community. Just given what he was dealing with, and just the fact that he did not let it show.
Yeah.
Garth will be incredibly missed by all of us. But he would have wanted us to go on. So yeah. I agree that we are here for Why We Love Horror Trivia. We do not miss a week. And tonight, we are seeing two guys who haven't played in this new league yet, the new incarnation of this league at least. Brannon Dunlap, Erick Moreno, two guys who I've seen play in the old league. They definitely know their stuff. They're sharp guys. So let's bring in Brannon first.
Here we go.
Brannon, your first time
What's
here,
going on, guys?
Your first time here in the newer version of the league. We changed things up a little bit for you. How are you feeling tonight?
Right on. I'm super excited. I'm always excited for new. New is always awesome, and I'm so happy to play. I get to play Erick in something that's not Scream. So we'll see how this goes, because I know he knows Scream, but doesn't know everything else.
Well, there's definitely going to be some Scream questions this evening.
Yeah,
I mean, you did pick Scream, so
yes, I did.
Every match we have, somebody picks Scream. But I'm not gonna be like Hunter. I'm not gonna ask you how many breaths Sydney takes in the first 20 minutes of the movie. It's going to be questions that I believe are answerable.
Fair.
We're not going to put you back. We're just going to bring Erick in as well.
That's fine.
Yeah. And Erick, you're here. You're a tough competitor. You picked Psycho, but how are you feeling rejoining the league you've already joined?
First of all, condolences to the family and friends of Garth. I met him like once or twice. He always seems like the warmest, most likable person in comments, in streams, and all of that. So he will be truly missed. And yeah, well, it's a heavy day. Besides, of course, the news, Bray Wyatt news also hit me a bit hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's good to be in the new version of the horror division, which I love so much. I love to play here. I really like Brannon. Hi, Brannon, again.
Hello again.
He has beaten me. I have beaten him in the Scream-related trivia. I'm glad he took Scream away from my hands, because I'm tired of seeing Scream so much. I was rewatching.
You can still steal some Scream points, maybe, but
I know I did study. There's not. I'm prepared to steal, but I'm glad to pick a new franchise to focus my new knowledge on.
Sounds great. Let me show you how round one works. Round one is a modified speed round. You're going to get 8 questions. You guys picked all the categories. Erick picked 4. Brannon picked 4. You're going to get 8 questions in the combination of all those categories. I'll ask a question. 10 seconds will pass. Mike will ask a question, and we'll go back and forth until we've asked all 8 questions. If you do answer all 8 correctly, there is a 9th bonus question. You're also going to get 3 repeats in a challenge to use throughout the match. In round 1, you can use a repeat if you want. However, use it at the end, and it will give you 20 extra seconds to answer the 8 questions. And if you need questions repeated during that final 20 seconds, we'll be happy to repeat those questions for you. Any questions before we start?
No, good.
No.
All right, so let's get started. Your first question is going to come on the Halloween franchise. What's the name of the reality show that they're filming during Halloween Resurrection? Buster Rhymes.
Question number 2 under the category of Guillermo del Toro. Who plays Dr. Mann's assistant, Josh Maslow, in Mimic?
Not a lot of people talking about Mimic. Let's go, though.
Yeah.
Your third question comes in family horror. Who directed Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Question number 4 under the Evil Dead franchise. Ash has a high school textbook for what subject in his trunk, which proves to be useful in Army of Darkness?
So weird that he has that.
Yeah.
Very out of character that is there. But who cares? It works. Your fifth question comes in the Saw franchise. How many members of William Easton's staff are chained to the merry-go-round trap in Saw 6?
Question number 6 under the Scream franchise. What is the first entry in the Scream franchise not scored by Marco Beltrami?
Going to go on to movie release dates. One of my personal favorites. What year saw the release of the original Tales from the Crypt?
And your final question under Sam Raimi. Where does the final scene of Drag Me to Hell take place?
And your chance to use a repeat is going to expire in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, pen's down. Look at Eric's board first. Eric, what do you got?
I got for the first one, Murder House. The second one, Josh Brolin. The third, Andre Obedrol. 4, Chemistry. The fifth, 4 people in the Saw thing. The 6, Scream 2022. 7 is 1993, and 8, Train Station.
Okay, and Brannon.
Okay, so see how many of these I get. I put 1 is the Dangertainment. 2, I put Mina Subari. 3, I put Alejandro Aja. I couldn't remember exactly how it went. 4, I put Mathematics. 5, I put 6 people in the Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, I put Scream 2022. Number 7, I put 1980. And then number 8, I put On a Train Track.
Okay, I got Eric in the lead 5-4. Is that what you got?
That's what I got.
Okay, we'll go over the answers. Dangertainment is the show in Halloween Resurrection. Josh Brolin plays Josh Maslow. Andre Overdahl directed Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's a chemistry textbook in Josh's trunk. There's 6 people strapped to the merry-go-round in Saw 6. Scream 5, Scream 2022 is correct for the first time Marco Beltrami doesn't appear. The original Tales from the Crypt, 1972. And the final scene of Drag Me to Hell is at a train station. Correct. Yeah, that is correct. With that being said, we're going to round 2. Round 2 is the franchise round. Each of you guys pick the franchise. Brandon picked Scream. Eric picked Psycho. Eric, you're in the lead 5-4. Do you want your Psycho questions first, or do you want Brandon to answer his Scream questions?
I would like to go second.
Okay. Mike, do you want to read Scream or Psycho?
I'll read Psycho.
Sorry, do I need my board or no?
You don't need it. Yeah, you don't need it.
Okay.
Your board is done for the remainder of the match.
Got it. I just double checking.
Yeah, you do get these questions are worth 2 points apiece. You can check down to 1 point for multiple choice. You ready for these Scream questions?
Yes.
All right, your first question. In Scream 2, who says the line, "Well, it just seems to me that if the killer is repeating what happened in Woodsboro, it's quite possible the killer could be from Woodsboro"?
Debbie Salt, a.k.a. Mrs. Loomis.
That's correct for 2 points. What a tricky lady. Talking about herself. All right. The second question. What street is Gail's apartment on in Scream 6?
Oh. 58th Street.
58th Street is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal. Eric, what street is Gail's apartment on in Scream 6?
You only need the number?
Just the street it's on.
94th Street, something like that.
Very close. 96th. Sure.
96th Street.
96,
Okay.
like the movie. Yeah, I couldn't think of that, but
Yes,
it's close.
the same as the movie, correct.
All right.
Your third question. When Sam is attacked in the hospital break room in Scream 2022, Ghostface misses his initial stab and the knife gets lodged in what?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers: A, the side of a vending machine; B, a cabinet; C, a bulletin board; or D, the door.
I believe it's a bulletin board.
It is a bulletin board. That is correct.
Nice. I was thinking vending machine. I'm like, no, I choose to the side of the vending machine. So, okay.
And your final question in Scream. Gail wrote a tabloid story about Tom Prince before the events of Scream 3 that involved what kind of incident?
Drunk driving.
I'll accept that answer.
Yeah, they mentioned it, yeah.
Car accident is what we had, but she did say he was drunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
It was in dispute, but drunk driving is what she said, so I will accept that answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. With that being, Brandon gets a score up to 9. Eric is at 5. Let's ask Eric those psycho questions.
Eric, are you ready?
Yeah, no, but sure.
Here we go. Question number 1. Who made the fudge Mary gives to Norman in Psycho 2?
Oh, sure. You need a relative or?
Just need who made the fudge. We're not looking for a name. We're looking for.
Oh, okay. Her grandma?
Correct for 2 points.
Yeah.
Question number 2. In Psycho 4, where on the AM radio dial will you find KTK in the Fran Ambrose show?
The number. Multiple choice.
A, 1050, B, 880, C, 610, or D, 490?
Can you repeat the options one more time, please?
Yes. A, 1050, B, 880, C, 610, or D, 490?
Let's go with A, 1050.
That is incorrect. Brandon, for the 1 point steal, it's either A, 1050, B, 880, C, 610, or D, 490.
I didn't even know there was a Psycho 4 because I only watched the first 3. So let's go with D. D as in dog.
D as in dog is correct for 1 point.
Oh, cool.
I don't think there is a 490 on the AM dial, but she's on it.
Those two. It's a first class.
Question number 3. Assuming we are seeing everywhere he goes, how many other lodging places does Arbogast visit before he gets to the Bates Motel in his search for Marion in Psycho?
Son of a bitch. Multiple.
Multiple choice options are A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6.
Let's go with 3.
3 is incorrect. Brandon, for the 1 point steal, it's either A3, B4, C5, or D6.
I remember seeing 4 places, so I'm going to go with 4.
4 is correct for the 1 point steal.
Yeah, I knew there were too many.
And your final question, Eric. How many years does Tracy say Norman was incarcerated for before he corrects her in Psycho 3?
Years. How many years she said?
Yes.
Yes.
She said 20 years.
That's correct for 2 points.
Yeah. He says 22 years.
He corrects her. He says 22. All right.
Yeah.
So I got Brandon at 11 and Eric at 9.
Yep.
All right. Here's how round 3 works. Round 3 is the movie synopsis round. So you guys each pick 2 general categories. I picked the 5th category. We put them all on a wheel for you. So Mike is going to bring that wheel up.
Yes.
Brannon, you're in the lead. So you have so I think on the wheel today we got, I believe, 1990s, 2010s, 2020s in a combined category. horror comedies, monster movies, and slashers. You're going to each spin the wheel 3 times, get your 3 categories. You get 1 respin throughout those. Brandon, do you want to spin your categories first, or do you want Eric to spin his first?
Yeah, I'll spin first.
Okay, so your 2-pointer is going to come in the category of the 2010s, 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
I'll keep it.
All right, your 3-pointer is going to come in the category of the 2010s, 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
Sure. Yeah.
And your 5-pointer, and you do have 1 respin left if you don't like it, comes in the category of the 1990s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I will keep that, actually. See if it gets that far. Let's do it.
Eric, your 2-pointer
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
is going to come in monster movies. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
Okay. Your 3-pointer is going to be in the category of the 90s. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah, let's keep that.
And your 5-pointer will be in the category of horror comedies. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
Okay. No respins today. So I believe you asked Eric his psycho question, so I'll ask Eric his 2-pointer in monster movies.
Perfect.
Drop that wheel back, and I'll ask him his
Yeah.
first. Hang on here. Let's see here. All right. Your 2-pointer in monster movies. Natives of a small, isolated Nevada town defend themselves against strange underground creatures which are killing them one by one. Name that movie.
Tremors.
Tremors is correct.
Nevada
Nice.
helped me a lot.
So we'll ask Brandon his 2-pointer in 2010, 2020s.
Hey, Brannon, for your 2-pointer. When a group of rich 20-somethings plan a hurricane party at a remote family mansion, a party game turns deadly in this fresh and funny look at backstabbing, fake friends, and one party gone very, very wrong. Name that movie.
Bodies, bodies, bodies.
Correct for 2 points.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, your 3-pointer in the 1990s. 2 adults and a juvenile break into a house occupied by a brother and sister and their stolen children. There, they must fight for their lives. Name that movie.
How many repeats do I have?
I think all 3. 5.
Okay. Can I use one for this?
Yes, you can. 2 adults and a juvenile break into a house occupied by a brother and sister and their stolen children. There, they must fight for their lives. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, this sounds familiar.
Looking for The People Under the Stairs. Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs.
Oh, what's
All right,
it?
so here's where we're at.
90s.
You'll have to answer your 5-pointer in horror comedies to kick it back over to Brannon. So your 5-pointer in horror comedies. Here we go. During a team building retreat in the mountains, a group of sales representatives are hunted down one by one. Name that movie. Five, 4.
Repeat.
Yep, that's your second repeat. During a team building retreat in the mountains, a group of sales representatives are hunted down one by one. Name that movie. Five, 4.
My last one, please.
That's your last repeat. During a team building retreat in the mountains, a group of sales representatives are hunted down one by one. Name that movie. Five.
So it's definitely not, but just to say something, I will say Werewolves Within, but it's not.
And your winner Brandon Dunlap looking for Severance. Severance is the movie.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Oh.
Definitely should
Yeah,
check it out. If you haven't seen that,
I had
Severance.
the right idea, but I haven't seen it, so I couldn't put the name.
With that being said,
Same
we'll
for
just do some
all these
post-match
things.
interviews, starting with Eric. Eric, it was close. That's probably the closest match we've had so far.
Yeah.
No joke. Not that they've all been blowouts, but this is probably the closest we've had throughout the entire thing. So how you feeling?
Man, yeah, I expect it to be really close. Me and Brannon and me, I would say, are very similar players. We know a lot of our stuff, but maybe we get unlucky sometimes in singles matches. But we clearly know. Well, my first mistake was not really picking Psycho because I did fine, but I got how do you say, a costume to the way Hunter writes, and he always asks the names of the things, and all the matches that I have seen, even the exhibition match I had with Steve in the teams. Like here, you use the questions like which I'm not complaining because it's a really good way to use them, but like this character does this, and it's more plot related as opposed to the data related. Data like name
I
of
think in
the
round
radio.
2, we're really not going to be doing data unless you're picking.
No, I don't mean data as in
a huge category, like a huge category. Because if you're things like 4 or 5 movies, doing data is like they're easy questions. You know.
No, I don't mean data as in IMDb questions. I mean data as in the name of the, how do you say, the radio show, for example, which I focus so much on Psycho for the talk of the town, and then when you ask the radio one, oh fuck, you should have asked about the talk of the town because I knew that one. and with the this is my second time answering like plot synopses, and the last time I had to answer those was against you, John, and I did poorly with that. So I really need to study my plot synopsis. I did a lot of study, but I didn't remember the people on the stairs because I always get it confused with other Wes Craven movies. But it sounds so familiar, but I don't know the plot exactly. So either with plot, I can read a lot of the IMDb list or the Letterboxd list. But if I haven't seen them, like what I said with the Nevada, the Tremors, Nevada, I know that.
Yeah, no better preparation than watching the movies. That's what I say.
Yeah, I always say better watch the movies, but there's only so much time in the world.
Well, with that, I mean, like we're cycling through quick, so you'll be back in like a month or two. We'll see you again. And you'll play another match, and we'll get you back here then. Until then, thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Eric.
Bringing today's winner, Brannon. Brannon, you slugged it out. You went ahead. I think you only had to answer one question in round 3. That's good.
Yeah, only one question in round 3. Yeah. I'm feeling good. Eric's an awesome player. I was kind of scared when he picked Psycho. I was like, okay, I got a couple days to watch these, and then I got even more scared when I realized there was 4 in the original run and not 3. When he said Psycho 4, I'm like, oh no, there's a 4th.
Good thing you checked on. Well, that being said, I believe since they carried over your last win, I believe, so you might be 2-0 in this thing. I'll double check. But you're definitely
cool.
You're definitely shooting up the rankings. Is there anybody looking
Sweet.
forward to play?
You know what? I'm not really into like calling people out or anything like that. I just like to play. But those psycho steals definitely saved me a little bit of an edge. So I'm grateful to play. I thank you guys for having me, and I'll be around next time.
All right. Well, we'll definitely see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, like I said, close match. I like to see it like this. For myself, I'm John Marr, the gatekeeper of this community. That's Mike Hanley. He's my lovely co-host. For Eric Moreno Ibarra, for Brannon Dunlap, and everybody, we definitely dedicate this episode to the memory of Garth McMurray. So keep him in your thoughts. Keep his family in your prayers if you pray. Until then, like, subscribe, purchase the merchandise in the store. I won't curse. Purchase the merchandise in the store, and join us next week for more Why We Love Horror trivia. Yes, and go watch our latest edition of Why We Love Horror, where we talk the faculty. Yes. See you later, everybody.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly. Hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate.